Hey guys, Adam here from directiontrader.com. Let's do today's daily recap and talk about where we see the markets heading from now. This is just a 233 tick chart of the Russell. Kind of watching this into the close today to see exactly whether we're going to have a little sell-off into the close or we are able to get a little bit more of a pop as we've had ever since this morning. We've had a little bit of a kind of a daily rally, if you were to say. I don't want to call it that because nonetheless we are definitely down on the day, but most of that down movement came in the pre-market here, this pre-market move right from about 8:15 here central on down to that 9 o'clock time frame, and then all of a sudden we had Yellen on the microphone, and the markets have pretty well kind of chopped their way up ever since. I'm curious if we're going to get a final sell-off here into the close or if we get a little rally. Let's go to the dailies to take a look at why we may want one or the other. Here on the dailies, this here is the Russell, guys. You can see the big red day. That's simply because of the pre-market. It had that nice sell-off, and ever since, though, we made this bottom here at 9 o'clock, we've had a little bit of a pop to the upside. Now, if we're able to continue this motion into the close, I can see us testing this 8 and 21 period again tomorrow and possibly getting a push higher tomorrow and into the later in the week. If we don't get that pop into the close and we stay low, or maybe we sell off into the close, I see it struggling quite a bit to get that pop going tomorrow, because it's not going to take much for us to break through this support and start to move to the downside. And if that's the case, we got lots and lots of room to move here in the Russell. Now, the reason I say I wouldn't mind seeing a pop to the upside, let's look at the other stock index futures. See, the S&P here has remained above its 8 and 21 period moving average. So if the Russell was able to get a pop, that should help all the other indexes and all the markets go ahead and continue to rise here. Here's the NASDAQ, same way, holding above that 8 period moving average. And again here on the Dow, again holding above its 8 period moving average. So if we are able to get a little bit of a pop in the Russell, we should see further follow through with these markets. If the Russell and these markets close lower into today's close, I can see some potential downside opportunities, and I would start with the Russell. The Russell is the weakest of the 4 stock indexes, so I would surely be trading it to the short side over any of these other ones. But if they all get a pop to the upside, and as long as the Russell is above the 8 and 21 period moving average, I would feel very comfortable going ahead and taking any of these instruments to the long side. Crude, let's look here at crude. Crude came down yesterday, or I'm sorry, it came down on Friday. Yesterday we had this little recoil bounce up to retest its resistance, and sure enough, it rolled right back over. Classic move with classic technical analysis move. We had a support, market came down to it, it came back up, tested that support, and rolled over today. Let's see if this thing can close towards its lows into the close of today, because we do have support down here that we have not quite tested all the way. So we got a little bit of room before we test that support, but nonetheless, we are going to be testing some support here in the crude. So my first reaction is going to be to buy the crude coming into tomorrow. If we can get, now I'm talking about using an intraday time frame, whether it be a tick chart or a range bar or a smaller minute bar, it doesn't matter. What I'm going to look for is some type of price reversal on that smaller time frame, looking for them new higher highs and so on and so forth, and start looking back in the direction of back to the upside, simply because we are coming into support once again. So that's it today, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Watch to see how the indexes close into the end of today here. We got about 40 minutes left in today's session, so I'm going to be watching closely at how they close, and then we will go into tomorrow's live trading room with a nice fresh idea and a good plan for trading them. So if you have any questions, go ahead and email me, adam@directiontrader.com. If not, thanks for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.